fizzy.
It's smooth.
It's Budweiser.
It's the king of beers.
It is the king.
Self-proclaimed.
I think it is the king of beers, to be honest. Do you know what else as well? Little known fact. If you're gluten intolerant, Budweiser.
Yeah?
It's made with rice flour or rice whatever. That's a top tip.
If you're gluten intolerant or...
And you don't want to be taken apart, Lisa.
What's the sort of more casual term for gluten? Oh, if you're awkward.
Well, don't take the piss out of. Hello, I am Sammy.
I am Chris.
He's Chris. We are basically spending an inexplicably long time over a night recording scene by scene the original, unedited, unadulterated version of The Room written by Tommy Wiseau, which we've finally discovered is the actual pronunciation.
Definitely.
And basically we're on scene 14. We did a double-barreled last week.
You got a bonus episode, or a bonus scene last week.
Oh, you got a bonus. As a dick joke. Anyway, we are, by now, it's very late in the night. We are fucking pissed.
Speak for yourself. I'm fine, I'm coasting on 12 beers. What's your fucking problem?
That was the least smooth thing I've ever seen in my life. You're an idiot. Anyway, we're on scene 14 and things are going great. Johnny is sitting next to the phone. He looks around to check that no one is around, then pulls out the tape recorder from under the table. Excuse me. Edit that out. He presses some buttons on the answering machine and muffled voices are heard as the tape plays. Johnny is shaking his head and looking very disturbed. Edit that out. He suddenly takes out the tape and hurls it across the room as he screams. There is a ring of the doorbell and Johnny walks over and opens a door.
What have you gone Cockney?
I don't know. Peter, an intellectual and psychologist who wears glasses, is at the door. Johnny invites him in.
Can I just point out, with the lack of punctuation there, what that says is, Peter, an intellectual and a psychologist who wears glasses, is at the door. As opposed to one of the psychologists who doesn't wear glasses.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hi, Peter. I'm so glad you stopped by. Come in and have a seat. I'll get some water for us to drink.
Peter sits down on the couch and Johnny goes to the kitchen and comes back with 2 glasses and a pitcher of water, which he pours for both of them. Johnny sits down.
I don't understand women. Do you, Peter?
Of course I do. I'm a psychologist. What's the problem?
They never say what they mean, and they always play games.
Johnny hands Peter a glass of water. Okay, what do you mean?
I have a serious problem with Lisa. I don't think she's being faithful to me. In fact, I know she isn't.
Lisa? Are you sure?
I'm sure. I overheard a conversation between Lisa and her mother, and I recorded some phone conversation she had with a guy who has a voice that coincidentally sounds very similar to the voice of Mark, who is my best friend. What should I do, Peter?
This is Lisa we're talking about?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What would you like me to say?
You're a psychologist, Peter. Don't you have some advice?
Peter is standing and drinking water. I am an expert, that's true. And it's not a very complicated situation. It's not a very complicated situation. But Johnny, you are my friend, and I don't want to get between you and Lisa. Look, I think you should confront her and show her who's the man of the house. Bit chauvinistic.
Brilliant. I can't confront her. I have to give her a second chance. After all, she's my future wife. You know what they say, love is blind.
I need to read. It's not about love, Johnny. It's about control, and the best way to control it... Wow. That's fucked up. Bear in mind that this guy, Peter, is supposed to be
A psychologist.
the good character.
Yeah.
Like, he's come in like the intellectual. You're starting to see what kind of guy Tommy Wiseau is all about. Wiseau.
I'm not sure about these intellectuals, I have to say.
I'm not. I mean, that's libel, isn't it? Is that libel?
No, you're right.
I'm not going to say that Tommy Wiseau is a controlling, weird, fucking weirdo.
Manipulative woman hater, but no.
No, I'm just saying that's an interesting scenario to take on.
Yeah, I mean, the audience at home haven't heard the line yet that has caught us out.
Sorry.
So let's
do that.
Let's do that.
Yeah. It's not about control, Johnny.
No, it's not about love, Johnny.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You
It's
go.
not about. Sorry, thanks. It's not about love, Johnny. It's about control. And the best way to control a female is to make them emotionally dependent on you. You didn't do that, so Lisa found it somewhere else. The doorbell rings. Did you hear the door?
Yeah.
Johnny walks over and opens the door.
Oh, hi, Mark. Come in.
Mark enters with a big smile.
Oh, hey, Johnny. Hey, Peter.
You do Mark quite well as well.
He's still got that sort of vapid, fucking vacant expression.
Yeah,
And the beard.
and you're a twat.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a misogynistic.
Well, just cheating dickhead.
Yeah, I cheat
you
on...
fucking my wife.
What's your line?
Wow.
Oh, sorry, it's me.
Yeah, it's you, dick.
We were just talking about women.
Mark closes the door and walks over to the chair.
Women, man... What? Oh, I see.
Women, man.
I thought he was listing.
Women, man, women. Just confuse me.
Women, man, women just confuse me. Can't live with them, can't live without them.
That's fucked up. Carry on, though.
Can't live with them, can't live without them. But we need them for baby making.
Wow. Mark sits down on the chair.
I have a girl, but she's married. She's very attractive. It's driving me crazy.
That doesn't sound like a conundrum. Oh, yeah, it does sound like a conundrum. Yeah. Why didn't you mention this before? I'm a psychologist. Is it anyone I know? He is defensive.
What do you mean, is it someone you know? Can I meet her? Why would you want to do that, Johnny? I mean, well, what would Lisa think? It's an awkward situation. Oh, I see. You mean she's too old for you? Or you think I will take her away from you? No. I have my own problems.
Tell me about your problems, Johnny.
Peter, you always play psychologist with us.
I remember this.
I'd like to point out, he literally, 30 seconds ago, said to Peter, Peter, you're a psychologist, don't you have any advice?
Yeah.
And now when Peter says, talk to me about it, he's like, why are you always playing psychologist?
Psychologist. Look, I may be a friend, but by profession, I'm a psychologist. Thanks. Thanks, Peter. Thanks for hammering that one home. And that makes me an expert on these issues.
Lisa is teasing me about whether we will get married or not, and we haven't made love in a while. I don't know what to do.
I will point out that in the film, the first scene is them fucking each other.
There's at least 2 sex scenes of Johnny and Lisa.
Yeah.
Well, no.
They are the same sex scene.
Yes, I was going to say there's one sex scene that's duplicated.
And they split it.
That's just a metaphor.
Or Johnny is a stickler for consistency.
Yeah. Those rose petals
In which
are flames.
case, I am in awe.
Yeah.
Anyway, Peter. What kind of man are you, Johnny? People are people. Sometimes they can't see their own faults. So they need someone to tell them. You have to give it to her straight. It takes 2 to tango, Johnny. And if all she has is 2 left feet, she'll end up stepping all over your toes. You're going to get hurt.
Hey, I'm thinking of moving to a better place, man. I'm making some good money. You like this, Sammy?
It's just... There's 2 people having a conversation, and then suddenly his head pops up. Hey, I'm thinking of moving to somewhere else, man. I'm making good money. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
We're kind of talking right now, dick.
We're sort of talking about my relationship falling apart.
Why don't you fuck off?
Oh dear.
Oh God, there's no direction. There's no stage direction on that. It just literally pops up. That is so good. Okay, let's see if any of them give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm making this a Look, no, they don't give her the benefit of the doubt. Look, you should tell her the truth. You're doing this for your girl, right?
He's talking to Mark now, apparently. You're
No,
right.
no, he's talking to
No,
Johnny.
because look at Johnny's next line. You're right, Peter. Is she getting a divorce, Mark?
You guys are
No,
too...
that's me, Mark.
All right.
You guys are too much. Hey, are you running beta breakers this year? I'm sure.
No, I'm not going this year.
Chicken, Peter, you're just a little chicken.
Chip, 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 chip.
Sorry, I'd just like to point out, actually, that Mark's lines are, ha ha, squeak, squeak, honk, little chicken.
Chip, 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 ha ha, squeak, 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 honk, little chicken. Who are you guys calling a chicken? I don't like all the weirdos. There's too many weirdos.
I don't mind. Mark, do you remember the one with the big tits, the blonde one? How about the girl with the bridal gown and the sign? Oh yeah, please marry me. I almost took her up on it. I never ate so much bread. The barbecue chicken and rice was delicious. That was cool.
You guys prove my point. You're both weird. Do you guys want to play cards?
No, we can't. I expect Lisa any minute. Hey, who's king of the house?
Yeah, you have to establish these guidelines before you get married. How did you meet Lisa? You never told us.
Right, I'd like to just point out that the first line of Johnny's next bit of dialogue is a lie. It's a very interesting story.
Goddamn liar.
Liar. When I moved to San Francisco, I had 2 suitcases and I didn't know anyone. I hit the YMCA with a $2,000 check that I couldn't cash. Why not? Because it was an out-of-state bank. Anyway, I was working as a busboy in a hotel and Lisa was sitting drinking her coffee and she was so beautiful and I say hi to her. That's how we met. So what's the interesting part?
I've got the interesting part. The bit where you started talking bullshit.
That's interesting, is it?
That is interesting. Oh, give us a break, Mark. Isn't it obvious? A $2,000 out-of-state bank card, a bank-issued check that he can't cash? That's quite the conundrum. I'll bet it's never been cashed, has it?
You're right, Peter, on both counts.
Love you.
I had the uncashed check laminated. What? Okay. I had the uncashed check laminated and placed in a photo album, which is indeed very interesting.
Not that interesting.
But even more interesting is that Lisa was living in San Francisco at the time.
Also not interesting.
So?
Johnny takes a deep breath and Peter looks at the floor.
Don't you see, Mark? Lisa had her own home in the city. She did not need to stay in a hotel. She had some kind of inexplicable urge to spend the night in that very hotel during my shift. It was meant to be. What, no tips from your job?
Johnny and Peter look at each other with awkward silence.
Whatever, do you guys want to eat something?
Johnny walks over to the kitchen as Peter and Mark shake their head. Just as their single head. Peter and Mark have a single head that they shake.
It's like a music video.
There we go.
That was excellent.
Thanks. Lisa and Billy walk in. Why not? Mark turns around and looks at Lisa. Hey guys, what's going on? Oh, hey Lisa.
Hey Lisa.
Mark gets up from the chair and walks and stands in front of Lisa and Billy. Billy is looking out the window. Where's Johnny?
He's in the kitchen. I got to go.
I didn't mean to chase you off. I wish you'd stick around for a while.
You crazy? I have to be at work early. See ya.
Mark looks at Billy and exits the living room. What living room? They're in a restaurant,
No,
right?
they're in the room.
Are they?
They're in the room.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll allow it. Peter then gets up and leaves. Billy sits on the floor.
Why not?
Why are you sitting on the floor, Billy?
It's hard to explain. You wouldn't understand.
Wow. Lisa, she is screaming. You son of a bitch! What the hell is the matter with you? You're the reason I drink. If you don't get up this instant, I'm gonna belt whip you so hard you wish you were going to the moon. Billy stands up from the floor.
There, are you happy now?
I am happy. Look, Billy, I have to talk to Johnny. I'll see you later.
Will you tell him I said hello?
All right.
Yes.
With an obnoxious grin, Billy sarcastically skips to the front door and exits. Then Lisa stomps into the kitchen. End scene.
Ooh.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened in that scene.
It was a tough one to digest, but essentially...
What's the cat?
Bunk.
What happened in that scene?
Bunk. What's going on, buddy?
Nothing.
Well, you say that. We got an interesting insight into how Mark is kind of half coming clean about his affair with Lisa.
There is that.
But there's still some dishonesty there.
There's also the fact that Lisa doesn't like people sitting on the floor.
Really doesn't like it.
I mean,
that's the
like
reason she drinks.
Fucking hates it.
When she says that Billy's the reason...
That's an excuse, though. I mean, that's AA all the way through, isn't it?
But do you think she's saying that she drinks because he sits on the floor or because he's a trans homo pervert?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Fair enough.
Because, I mean, trans homo perverts, I hear...
They get my back up.
I mean, they get my back up, but I hear that all trans homo perverts sit on the floor.
They're in doorways as well.
Always in doorways.
Yeah.
And also, sometimes they are in films called Denny.
This is true.
Yeah, so...
So that was scene 14, and the end of Act 2.
We're on to Act 3. I'm so happy. Where are we at? I need to do pages.
Hang on, just scroll your mouse up to the top.
Oh, wait. I'm not going to the top. Wait.
No, don't go to the top. I just mean hover your mouse up to the top and it will tell you the pages. We're on 66 out of 113.
67. We are so far away from the end.
Yeah.
Can we do this? Can we do this in one night?
It's going to be tough.